Hi, I'm Ben Askren, two-time national champ and two-time Hodge Award winner from the University of Missouri. Today I'm here to teach you the advanced funk techniques. It's going to give you a leg up on even the best competition. One thing to realize about my funk is that I may look like I'm in a lot of different positions, but what I have is three main positions I get to, and that's it, just three. You're going to learn these three positions, and that's where I'm comfortable at. You may have different positions you're comfortable at, but the key is to make yourself go to a few positions where you're really comfortable, as opposed to 10 different positions where you might not be so comfortable. As I prepare to teach you funk, there's one thing you must remember about funk. It's not just rolling around and having fun. There are, just like any moves, there are basics to it, there are principles and techniques, and once you learn these, you become very good at funk. Just like any other moves, you must practice a lot to be good at it. If you don't, it's a recipe for disaster. Watch and learn. The first position we're going to go over for a funk move is called what I call a pass. And it's what started the funk, it's the basics. And really, I think it's on its way out, if you want my honest opinion. But right now, you need to know it. When someone shoots a double leg on us and gets in really deep, what we're going to do is, it's called a pass. And we can do this from many different positions. I'm going to start off from a double leg because that's the easiest. And then we'll go to other positions. What I do is I take my outside hand and go inside his leg, and my inside hand and go outside his leg and lock my hands. I'm going to lock my hands right around his upper leg. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to roll through. Outside hand inside, inside hand outside. Boom. And we grab it and roll. And we're going to end up right here on our belly, and he's going to end up on top of us. Okay, one thing that's going to be very tough for you to teach is the partner needs to keep his hips parallel to the mat, just as Coach Horton did. If you can see right now, Coach Horton's hips are facing the mat. And as I do the move, his hips are still facing the mat. This is what will happen in a mat situation. Okay. From here, I need to push back, build my base, and turn in. So to give you a quick example of what's not supposed to happen, what will happen with most of your beginning wrestlers, is this guy's just going to want to fall with the move. That's what's going to want to happen. When you get in the matches, you realize this won't happen. But in practice, when guys aren't going as hard, this doesn't happen. You got to cure this. You got to make sure he keeps his hips flat to the mat when we do the move. The pass. Keep his hips flat to the mat. Okay? And we build up. Move. Turn in. Okay? Now this pass is very versatile. I can use it from a single. I can use it from a double. I can use it from a high crotch. Here's some more examples of places I can use a pass. If he shoots a high crotch, right there, okay, I can pass the leg. Always go outside hand inside and inside hand outside. There, pass it. Same thing, build back up, turn in. From a different angle. No, high crotch again. High crotch. Outside hand inside, outside hand outside. And we pass. Okay? There's from a high crotch. Now this is the one everyone likes to see. Real fancy, you see kids do it in college. It's when they have our leg up in the air. Same thing, we're going to pass. Outside hand goes inside hand goes outside. Hop through, I'm going to land in this little gap right here. Right there. I pass the leg, sit back into him. Okay. So that one more time. So as you can see from all these passes, I can pass from nearly anywhere as long as I know the motion of a pass. From right here, just going in between my legs, capturing his leg. In between, here in slow motion, in between his leg, right there. Once you learn to pass from somewhere, you can pass from anywhere. And lots of times it's going to save you from getting out of trouble. Okay. Also very important is that I use my body to pass. Because my body is very strong. My arms are not so strong. So if you just try to use your arms to pass, you might get yourself caught. So when I grab his leg, if his leg's out here and I'm just trying to use my arms to pass, he may put his legs back and I'll have a very tough time pulling through. What I want to do is get his leg close to my body when I pass, and it comes through really nice and easy. Okay, we want to use the strongest part of our body to do the moves. When Coach Horton goes to double leg me, boom, and I go to pass, another finish that I really, really like, I do it from here and I also do it from my single legs, is I capture the leg I have, I switch off to the other leg, boom, I pull it in, and I hip over the top of it right here. Hip over, what I do is I put his knee on top of my knee, hook his leg here, and pull this leg over the top to a Turk finish, right there. It's a really good finish, I call it the answer. So if he goes to double leg me, pass through, I'm gonna come to the opposite leg that I have. So right now I have this leg, switch this leg, pull it in, and that's a hip over it. There, put it, I need to get his hip on the mat. As you can see right now, this hip of his is stuck on the mat. There, pull my knees in, put his knee on top of my knee, hook, push. And I'm in Turk position right here, ready to put him on his back. Now on the flip side, since the pass is the most important move, what we need to do is learn a defense to the pass. Okay? Now there's a bunch of different defenses, some better than others, some newer than others. Okay, so if Coach Horton wants to pass on me, if I shoot a double leg on him, he's going to go to pass on me. First defense is a figure four. So as soon as he goes to pass, all I do is figure four my legs, and as you can see, Coach Horton's stuck on his back. So the first thing we want, first defense to our pass, is a figure four. So as soon as he goes to it, right there. See how I figure four my legs right here? It's going to not allow him to pull this through. What he wants to do is pull this leg through. Okay? By me figure four my legs, it's stopping him from doing that. And right now I got him caught on his back. I want to finish it, try to throw this through, and get a half Nelson and catch him on his back. The other pass defense is a little more advanced. Pay close attention. I shoot a double leg and he goes to pass. What I do is I'm going to follow him over the top, just like that. I end up on top, cross face, sprawl my legs back. Last time he's going to belly out and we won't be able to catch him on his back, but we are going to get the takedown. Okay, so watch it from this angle. When he goes to pass, what I'm doing is I'm following his movements, I'm rotating my hips over the top. There's a pass. So I follow him over, let go of the legs, follow him over the top, end up right here, stick a cross face on, sprawl my legs back. Right here. If he goes to pass, so I'm letting go of the legs totally, sitting my opposite hip to the mat. Right now, I caught him, he's in trouble. Cross face, right there. Key is knowing reactions to every situation so I can get my opponent in lots of trouble. So this is the defense to the defense. So I go to right here, Coach Horton figure fours me. That's right now I'm stuck. And I can't get out, I'm not gonna be able to pass right here because I don't have enough power and he's got my legs and my arm trapped. What I wanna do is take my outside hand and bring both hands to the inside of the leg. At the same time, I rotate my hips back to the mat. Right there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm put myself in a high crotch position right here. What I need to do is put my hip on the mat, build up, high crotch off. So when I go to pass, Coach Horton's going to use the defense. Boom, figure fours. Okay. What I do is take the outside hand inside. So I have both inside. I'll rotate my hips down, put my hip on the mat, and put me in a high crotch situation. I need to fight and build up. Change off to a double leg. Okay, so that was for the figure four defense. Now we're going to defense to the defense for when he comes over the top. So here I go to pass his leg, and he's smart, and he comes over the top. Now what I need to do is I need to get his hips up before he can cross face me. Okay, now what he's going to do is probably sprawl. So I'm being this reverse leg, I call it a reverse leg position right here, where my arms are upside down in his leg. We're going to get in this position a lot in the scrambles. This is just the first time we're going to get into it. But as you see, we get into our scrambles, so really focus on finishing from this position. Horton double legs me, and I go to pass. He comes over the top. Right there. Good defense on his part. I'm just going to be a little bit smarter than him. I build up, and he's going to sprawl on me. We're right here in what's called the reverse leg position. Okay. Right now, what I want to do is I want to get my hips in the air. Right there. And I'm going to slide my knees underneath me, post my hand, and lift him up all at the same time. Right here. Okay? No. And I finish. Starting in the reverse leg position that we got to, when he hips over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hips up, drop them in here tight, and post my hand and lift up all at the same time. Right there. Lift up. Now there's various ways we can finish from here. Right there. The key is, I'm right here, I post up, I slide my knees underneath me, boom, and lift up to get his body in the air. Now one other thing we can look for in here, which is my favorite, and I actually used it in the NCAA finals 2 years ago. When I get here, lots of times he'll be draped over the top as Coach Horton is right now. Okay. One thing I look for a lot is his forehand. If his forehand is anywhere within my grasp, I'm going to look for it. What I have there is a Granby roll. Okay? I used that in the NCAA finals 2 years ago. So people say these positions may be crazy and wild and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not the basics and won't work against the good guys. But the bottom line is they're used in the biggest and best situations in wrestling right now. From the reverse leg, if I feel his arm anywhere draped over the side of me, I'm going to reach for his arm. There, now he's in big trouble. So one more angle on that Granby. I'm in here on the reverse leg, and I feel his arm anywhere draped over the side of my body. I'm going to grab it. There. Explode through and grab it, and I have on his back for a 5-point move. Another thing to remember is everyone thinks basic techniques is the way to go, and because that's what they drill. But you got to realize that situations like this happen in the natural flow of matches. You're not always going to be put in the perfect high crotch or the perfect single leg. You may get in some bad situations, and you have to learn how to get out of these bad situations and even excel from them. Okay, now if we couldn't get any more confusing, we're going to go to the defense to the reverse leg. So now we're to the defense to the defense to the defense. Okay, so he's going to get the reverse leg on me. Right here. Okay, now I like being in this position a lot. So we also have to learn how to defend this position because certain people in our practice room are really good at it. What I want to do is I want to put a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I'm going to get up on I'm going to sprawl on him hard. I'm going to figure four my legs. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop, 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 and get over the top. Right there. And now I'm trapping his arm, catching him on his back. So if he grabs the back of my leg, I figure four, right here, I'm hopping, top. I'm keeping a tight waist on the side also, hop, hop. It's gonna bring him right to his back. So one more time. Figure four, right here, we're hopping, hop, hop, hop directly over his head, right there, and catch him right on his back. Now one more from here that I like more, it's more dangerous, is when someone's on a reverse leg, and sometimes when you hop, they have stubborn shoulders and they don't really want to go over. But when they don't go over, they're doing one thing. If you bought my previous tape, you know what this is. They're putting their head close to their knee, and what that means is it's cradle time. So when I hop, some people are stubborn, they don't want to come over. But if you see, right now, he put his head really close to his knee. So that means it's cradle time. Now I'm going to go my figure four, get to a more comfortable position, and roll him to his back. So what this move is essentially doing is taking him out of the frying pan and putting him into the fire. So he's trying to avoid my figure four. In that time, he's putting his head very close to his knee. Lock it up. take my figure 4 out, get to a more comfortable position, and finish him with the cradle. We're gonna go to what they do, what we do, if they figure 4 arm in that situation. And I know this is the defense, the defense, the defense, the defense, but you might actually get here. I actually just moved quite a bit. So if I get a reverse leg, and Coach Horton figure 4s me, what I want to do is I want to come over, capture both his legs. See what I did? I captured both legs. Now what I'm going to do is like a crackback situation in a high crotch, put his butt on the mat, over the top, finish into a nice double leg. So that was nice, easy, and pretty. So I'm in the reverse leg situation, and he decides he wants to figure 4 and try to take me over. As soon as I realize this, I let go of my lock, I take my arm over to his opposite leg. So right now I have both his legs captured. From there, hip down, drop my crack back, over the top, finish. Nice and easy. One more time, different angle. Here, he's figure 4ing me. I have my lock, I release, come over the top, and grab both legs right here. What I do now is I step up, crack him down, come over the top, right there. Nice and simple. Okay, the second situation I feel very comfortable in is what I call a double ankle situation. So lots of reasons for it. I feel if I get to double ankles, I'm going to score 98% of the time. That's how strongly I feel about double ankles. So when he gets on a shot, I'm going to come over the top and capture both ankles. Okay. What I do differently than a lot of people is I go to the ankles. If he gets on a shot real deep, I go to the ankles. I don't wait for him to sit through the middle and then go to the ankles. I'm leading the action. What I do, it's called leading the action. So I'm not following what he does, I'm leading it. I'm putting myself in the positions where I want to be, not letting him put me in the positions that he wants to be in. That's very important. Okay, and the other very, very important thing about double ankle situation is, remember, always keep outside ankle. As long as you keep the outside ankle, there's no way they can score on you. Always keep outside ankle, remember that. Always keep outside ankle. Okay. So I go to both ankles, boom. Okay, now what I want to do, I realize I'm upside down. What I want to do, I want to get my body off his body. There's a few ways I like to do this. I want to lift one leg, push his head down, and slide off the side right here. Okay, so I want to take my body off of his body. Go to both ankles, lift a leg, boom, there. Get my body off of his body. That's the basics. A few little pointers to the double ankles is going to make it very, very effective, that people even at the college level forget. When I come off the top, one thing I want to do is turn my inside hip, this hip, my inside hip, down to the mat. Boom, down. Okay. So my inside hip is lower than my outside hip. Okay, that's going to make him release the double leg. And the other thing I want to do is take my elbow right now, which is above his butt, and make it below his butt. Because if I leave it above his butt, it's giving me distance. I'm going to have a hard time finishing. So I take my elbow, put it below his butt, right there. Okay, now here's the whole move through. It's a shot. I go to double ankles. Boom. I'm going to slide off the top, inside hip low, elbow below the butt. Now what I do is just put my hips into him. Hip in, right there. Break his grip, and I finish. Here, lift my leg, boom, inside hip low, slip my elbow below his butt, hip in, drive in. Right there, and that's how we finish that move. Here's another situation that might happen. Here is a lot of people, a common finish here is when they try to get in the middle and rotate. So he's gonna try to sit in the middle, and rotate. It's gonna make our job very easy. Okay, we can let go of the inside ankle, keep outside ankle, and all we do is push back. He has no post over there. He's gonna knock flat every time. Turn in. Still a little bit of a scramble, but we are on top of him. Sometimes might be able to hold him on his back. So if he tries to get in the middle and rotate, it makes our job very, very easy. Right here, gets in the middle and rotates. All we gotta do is keep outside ankle, push in. Right there. And we got him. Flat on his back. So if he tries to rotate the middle, it makes our job very easy. Just keep the outside ankle, push back into him. Okay, and then one other thing he might try to do from us coming off the top, right here, fight our way off the top, is he might try to keep our inside leg, like Coach Horton's trying to do right now. He's trying to keep my inside leg. This is very simple. So right now I have outside ankle. All I'm going to do is switch the hands on the outside ankle, turn the leg right there, and come back behind him. A lot of people feel like they're in trouble there. When they keep inside leg, very simple to defend. So I get both ankles. Boom, I come off the top. Here, it starts to keep that one. Very easy. All I do is keep the outside ankle, switch hands, and turn. Okay? He's not going to be able to hold on. It's going to be a very simple finish for me. So outside, inside leg, no problem at all. Okay, now just like the passes, we're going to go to the defense to the double ankles. Okay? So I get on Coach Horton. He goes both ankles on me. Right here. Both ankles. In actuality, I'd probably never get in this situation because I really like sitting in my butt because of all the new funk and the trouble I can get myself in if I go here. What I want to do is I want to sit him to his hip right here while holding on, sit, and kick. Okay? Now when I sit and kick, what this does is takes away my outside ankle. This is my outside ankle. This is my inside. I don't care if he has my inside. It's my outside ankle, and that's fine. I come back in, finish to a double leg. Okay, now as you saw, the key on offense was to keep the outside ankle. The key on defense is to get him off our outside ankle. So when he goes both ankles here, I'm going to drop him to his hip. And the key is to kick out, turn, rotate, kick out our outside ankle, because that's the important one. I'm going to come back in, double leg. Yeah. As long as we can get our outside ankle free, we're going to be all right. And just like I was talking before, saying that leading was very important, as you can see when I'm in the legs, I lead the action. I don't let him take himself off the top because it's going to make it very difficult for me to finish the move. One more very sneaky defense to this is when he comes off the top, all we're going to do is a stand up. Okay? So if I'm in here, he goes both ankles, and I forget to lead the action, he gets himself off the top, all I'm going to do right here is turn and stand up. Right there. Or he's going to let go and back to his feet. Or if he stays down on the mat, obviously I'm just going to jump behind him. So right here, he comes off the top because I didn't lead the action. What I do is turn here. See, I rotate, get that ankle free, stand up. So if I get to both ankles, and Coach Horton does the sit and kick, which is very effective. If he sits me down, turns in, kicks. If I just stay here, I'm in big trouble. So what I have to do is realize when he's coming to sit and kick. And when he comes to sit and kick, I need to release the other ankle, come high, and hold on to this leg right here. Right now, then he's going to try to come back to a double leg, but he's not going to be able to because I have a hold of this leg. And what I want to do from here is rotate my hips to the mat. Right there. I want to end up right here. Me on top of him. Being very, very sneaky. So here, Coach Horton's going to do good offense. Try to sit and kick. Both hands to the leg. Rotate my hips to the mat. He won't be able to hold on. Come up on top of him. I come here. And he sits me down. Goes to kick. What I'm going to do is hold on to this ankle, come over the top, and go this hand to this ankle. So I'm switching hands. Now Coach Horton can do all he wants, but he can't even move from this situation. I got him. Okay, right there. He's going nowhere. So one more time with that one. That one's brand new. I made it up about a month and a half ago against my brother. Very brand new, very good move. So right here, he sits me down. I let go of this ankle and capture this ankle. Okay, now I can take this hand off. Hips down just like before, and he is dead meat. Just like before. Number 4, we're going to go defense to defense to the defense. So when I shoot on Coach Horton, he gets double ankles. I go to finish, sit and kick, and he's going to capture my leg like I showed. Now what we're going to do from here is release the legs, and all I have to do is beat his hips up with my hips up. So he's going to try to get his hips up, I'm going to try to get my hips up. And where do we end up? Hopefully you've been watching the tape previously, and you realize we're in the reverse leg position, just like we were on the other move. Okay? One more time. So when I shoot in and Coach Horton captures both my ankles, right here, and I go to finish like I showed you guys before, sit and kick, he captures my leg, I rotate and get my hips up before he can get his hips up. Now we're in reverse leg position. Now if you want to know his position or how to finish my position, simply rewind the tape and watch exactly what I showed before. I'm going to drop Coach Horton to his hip. When I sit and kick, he captures my leg, let go of the legs, rotate up, and we're in the reverse leg position, just as we were before. Next thing we're going to go to is something I call the world's best unknown move. I feel like it's one of the best moves in wrestling. I really haven't seen a good defense to it yet, and I don't know if there ever will be one. But nevertheless, it's still not used by a large majority of college wrestlers, and I can't figure out why. Pay close attention. It's all about the details. Okay, we can do this from various different shots he's going to take on me. The first one we're going to learn from, and he shoots a low single. Okay, when Coach Horton shoots a low single, what I'm going to do, step to the side, right here. I'm going to take both hands to his leg. So I squat, take both hands to his leg. I don't want to go to my knee or my butt because it's going to take the pressure off his head. So I squat, pick his leg up, and then what I do is sink my elbow deep. Right there, sink my elbow deep. I'm going to take my free hand, come around his head, lock up a cradle. He's on his back. Step, right here, 2 hands to it, I lift it up, elbow deep, arm around, roll him over to his back. Now, this is a very good move because my opponent doesn't have a lot of options to do. I'm going to show you a few of the options that he can do and what I'm going to do if he does those. Okay, if he gets a little single and I go to it, his first defense could be he's going to take his head from the inside to the outside. So when I go here, head to the inside. What he's doing right now is he's pretty much putting the white flag up. He knows he's going to give up a takedown. He's just trying not to go to his back right now. So I lift up, drive into him. Okay. He's putting the submission flag up. He doesn't want to give up back points. He's pretty much just giving us the takedown. So take it. Go here. When I go to the leg, he takes his head out from the middle. Right now, he's just giving up a takedown. He doesn't want to go to his back. Just drive into him. Easy takedown. I would rather put him to his back too, but sometimes you gotta take what they're giving you. The other thing that this guy might do is, if he's really strong, he's gonna try to keep his body straight when I go to the leg. Okay? So when I go to the leg right here, he's gonna try to keep his body straight. Now what I need to do is I'm gonna lift him straight over. If we go to either side, this move's not gonna work. You know, straight over. So right here, I lift, I come straight over the top, fall right there. I know this may seem like a crazy move. Go back and watch the NCAA Finals of 2007. It was used in there, not by me though. Okay, so I go here, puts his leg back, pull it straight over the top, sit right there. Get the takedown. The next thing we're gonna do the world's best unknown move from is a regular single leg. So when Coach Horton shoots in, attacks regular single leg, what we do is a tight waist here. tight waist here, and I want to go elbow deep on the leg. Here, and then what you may not be able to see is with the leg he has, I'm going to pull his head into his knee. So right here. Right there, lock up my cradle, and take him to his back. Now you may think this might be an obscure move too. Go back and watch the 2006 NCAA Finals. This move was used, not by me, by someone else very effectively. Okay, so I have tight waist here, elbow deep here, and I'm pulling with my leg to my chest. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling like this. His head right here, pulling his head in with my leg. Pulling right there. Like his head close to his knee, let go of the tight waist, roll through. Now the reason I like this one so much, and why I call it a great move and not just a good move, is if my opponent does what he's supposed to do to finish a single leg, it's only going to make my move tighter. Watch and see. Now if Coach Horton were on a single leg, and I were his coach, I would tell him to drop his hips and run the corner. That's a good way to finish a single right there. Now in this situation, if I go tight waist and ankle deep, he tries to drop his hips and run the corner, keep running, run. It's just going to make this cradle extremely tight. Right there. And this is exactly what happened in the 2006 NCAA Finals. One more time, because this is a very confusing move. Tight waist, elbow deep here, pulling here. So here we got tight waist and elbow deep. He runs the corner. All it does is make it really, really tight. Easy, lock up the cradle. Roll him through. Okay, what might happen on this move sometimes is you encounter a really strong opponent who's really hard to bring his head close to his knee. He's going to be really stiff in there. Watch 2007 National Duels Finals. You'll see me do this move. Okay? Tight waist. I go here, and I can't pull his head into his knee. So right here. So I'm right here, and I'm trying to pull, and I can't get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sneaky. I'm going to bait him. I'm going to put my leg back and bait him to take his head out like he can finish to a double. So I'm here. I bait him by letting this leg loose, and he's going to pop his head out. What he does, I let go here, right there. I change off to my double. So it's all fluid, quick motion. Okay, so we're going to use this against really strong opponents who we can't necessarily crunch together. So here, trying to crunch him and I can't. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bait him by letting my leg go. When he takes his head out, right there. I'm in a high crouch position. Get my hip low. Drive into a double leg. Don't seem crazy, but it works. Next move, which is very, very sneaky, just goes right on with the last one. So this time, maybe this guy's seen this move before. Maybe he's just really stubborn. Could be a couple things. Well, I can't get him together, and then I bait him to take his head out and go to his leg. Take it out. Right here. Okay. Now when I try to fight up to the double leg, he's being really stubborn and holding onto this leg. What I'm going to do is bring my knee up, sit, cradle, right there, cradle, and pin. Okay. May seem crazy. Watch the National Duel semifinals. It was used. Right here, go for the cradle. I bait him to take his head out. When he takes his head out, he wants to be really stubborn. I'm just going to bring my knee up, sit, right here, cradle, keep on rolling. Right there for the pin. So one more time because I know this one's confusing. Here, can't cradle him up. He's too stubborn. So I let my leg back, go to high crotch. He's really holding onto that leg. Bring my knee up, sit, there. Cradle him up and pin him. Okay, what we're doing now is high crotch. The three, I told you I was really comfortable in three positions. I already showed you those three, but sometimes we can't always get to those positions, so we have to be ready for other things. Right now we're going to go in a high crotch. Coach Horton shoots a high crotch on me. Okay, so Coach Horton's gonna shoot a high crotch on me. First thing I need to do, which many people fail to know, is block this elbow. If I don't block this elbow, Coach Horton's gonna change off, double leg me right into the mat. It's gonna hurt. So when Coach Horton shoots a high crotch, block the elbow. Okay. The next thing I do is just very slight movement. I just bump and pass the shoulder. Right now he's in great position. His shoulder is into my hip. So what I need to do is bump and I slide, bump, slide. Now his shoulder's facing out there and he's in big trouble. From there, I'm just gonna sit and rotate and hook his leg. Sit, rotate, hook his leg, he's down on the mat. The first two steps may seem really small, but they're the most important. If I don't block his elbow and if I don't get his shoulder out of my hip, I'm never gonna get it done. Block the elbow, bump, there, and I sit the corner. There. So the first two steps, very most important. Block the elbow, bump the hip. Okay. Now a new one that I'm really working on from here, what I'm gonna do is block the elbow, and instead of bumping, I'm gonna grab his far lat, I'm just gonna give him some hips. Hip this way. What that, if you realize what that does, is make his leg come back to me. Right there, so I'm just gonna hip that way. Make him step his foot. Now when I make him step his foot, I'm gonna attack his foot like it's the outside ankle, like we were doing before. Let's go back. So here, so as soon as it goes there, I attack and sit. And it's gonna drop him off my leg. Okay, if he tries to hold on, that's fine. I'm still gonna end up right behind him. Shoot the high crotch, I block the elbow. Right here, I'm just gonna bump, I attack, and sit the corner. Right there. Now I'm gonna come on top. Block, I bump right there, I attack. I take the hand off the elbow, attack this leg, sit. Come on top. Okay. One more quick defense from the high crotch. Something I really like to do, I love cradles. It's mean, it's hard to get, but if you get it, the match is nearly over. So right here, if I get sprawled back a little, if you can see and you have a really critical eye, you can see what he's doing wrong right now. Head is near close together. I'm just gonna come over the top, crunch him up. Now the mistake everyone makes here, everyone makes this mistake. He has my leg. I don't mind that. I want him to have my leg. Right here. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to figure four his leg, or figure four his arm with my legs so it keeps it trapped in there. Then I'm just going to roll over the top. Right there. Now I got him on his back. Once I get my count, I'll take his arm out and put him flat. This little bitty thing, keeping his arm with my legs, is missed by even the highest levels. I watched an All-American round match in 2006 where this guy locked up the move, and he fought for 30 seconds to get his leg free. And then when he got his leg free, he got the takedown, but he couldn't get a near fall and lost the match because he couldn't get a near fall. If he would have kept his arm in there, turned him over, it would have been perfect. I like to quote the late, great Rick Sanders. If you diehard wrestling fans know who that is. He said, "This man doesn't have my leg, I have his arms." Right there. Figure four his arm so I can keep it. And I just come right over the top. He is in dire straits. So he's right here. His head and his knee are close together. Come here. Okay. Now what I do is I figure four. Now see right here, I'm trapping his arm. Can't get it out. Right there. Roll. He is on his back. What we're going to do now is a double leg defense. And if you watch me wrestle, if you watch any other person who's really good at the funk wrestle, you got to know the kryptonite is a double leg. That's what I can't stop. I like saying this leg's impossible to score on, this leg's impossible to score on, but if you get them both together, it's definitely possible. So if Coach Horton shoots a good double leg on me, boom, I'm in a lot of trouble. I mean, there's a few things I can do from here. Not very many. If he shoots a good double and blows through me, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I stole this defense from one of the greatest wrestlers ever to walk this planet, Buvesa Satiev from Russia. He's also wrestles similar to me, or I wrestle similar to him, I'd like to say, because he's a lot better than I am. When he shoots on me, I'm going to feed him one hip or the other. So right now I'm square to him. If he shoots on me, he's going to attack both hips. When he attacks me, I'm going to feed him one hip or the other hip. So when he shoots a double leg on me, I feed him one hip. Always one hip, because as long as he has just one of my legs, perfectly fine defending that. If he gets both, I'm in trouble. And I can also feed him whichever one I feel more comfortable with. So if Coach Horton shoots his head to this side, if I feed him my right hip, I give him a single leg. Feed him my left hip, I give him a high crotch. All depends on what you're more comfortable defending. If you're more comfortable defending a high crotch, give him your high crotch leg. If you're more comfortable defending a single, give him your single leg. So here, shooting, he attacks me, boom, I give him the single leg. Okay, because that's what I'm more comfortable defending. Shoot hard this time. Attacks me, boom, I feed him one leg. See how my hips aren't square? Feed him one leg because I don't want him to have both. And that puts me in a position to do a lot of the funk I do. While you may see me as an expert on the topic of funk, most of the stuff you've seen from me today is stuff I've made up or learned in the last couple of years. The reason I learned this and was able to do so much is because I haven't been scared to try stuff in practice. A lot of the stuff that I showed you today, while it works at the highest levels right now, it may not have worked the first time I tried it in practice. It may not even work the 10th. But as I did it more and more, I became better at it. And that's the same way you're going to learn it. You may not be successful the first time, but just keep on working and you'll get it.